EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, now Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it.
There he goes, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup of 38.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going. Throwing on first down is Carr. Eluding the pressure right.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, Jacobs. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Carr going to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Second and 8 coming up. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up first and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Here's Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. To throw, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On first and 10, Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 2nd and very short, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 32 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now with whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On second down, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a third and long after that sack. Shotgun now for Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
The Browns drive about to get started as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
That's a nice throw there. He's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
He can't have it. He's not going to get me. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Real. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. 65. 65. Stop. Mike 42. Mike 42. Hurry. I'm coming after you. Point it right. Mike 42. Quick,
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. completes it to Beckham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need to.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Andy Janovich taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr under pressure, and they got to him again. Malik Jackson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney. The offensive line is in tatters, as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 70 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Mayfield to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on fourth. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's
caught at the 25. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he'll work his way out of bounds here as well. A nice pickup, 21 yards. The end result, 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mayfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second and 10. Mayfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Baker. He completes it to Hunt. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the Browns are going to win the football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long.